Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cool Tech, Tips and Tutorials. Today's episode is going to be dedicated entirely to model care, so looking after our models. After all, we spent way too long and way too much money on these things, unless you're watching this with the wife or girlfriend, in which case we don't, it's a really cheap hobby. And we want them to look as great as we can for as long as we can. Things can already go wrong quick without us adding to that. So, let's roll that intro. Go! Let's start off with a really cool way to keep our aura cover models in top condition. Now, we've all had it happen where you've ordered a really great colour scheme, but it has loads of really thin little lines of aura cover, which you know are slowly going to start peeling off. Especially if you use any smoke, or if not, just as soon as you start cleaning the model, those are going to start lifting off. Now, some people swear by dribbling cyano down these before you even maiden the flight, others do the same with nail varnish. However, I've never seen that done in a way that it doesn't look absolutely terrible. Other people may even choose to lacquer the entire aura cover model and claim that that prevents it from lifting off. From what I've seen, it doesn't, and it also makes a right mess of the entire airplane because aura cover isn't a great surface to try and paint on. This idea actually comes from my friend Nacho, and all that he recommends that we do is cut out a load of small see-through circles from aura cover. If you don't have aura cover, you can also use see-through vinyl. And then we're just going to put those strategically at the end of each of those points of aura cover. What that's going to do is it's going to prevent just the tip from peeling off. And even if that little circle or dot does eventually start peeling off, it's very easy. We can simply remove it, put on another one, and the aura cover below, which actually makes the colour scheme, remains perfectly intact. The advantage of this as well is that see-through aura cover pretty much blends in entirely. It disappears when stuck on top of other aura cover, and the same happens when using vinyl. If you have a vinyl cutter or a friend that has a vinyl cutter, you can even ask them to actually machine cut these circles for you, which will save a load of time compared to trying to do it with scissors. I actually did a poll on Instagram the other day in which I asked all of you, how does most of the damage that happens to your models come about? Does it happen through flying, or does it happen either at home in the workshop or in transport to and from the field? Now, I personally kind of know the answer for me, but I wanted all of your opinion on this. Well, after 24 hours and a load of votes, the answer was about 50-50. In fact, it was higher for the damage that happens at home in the workshop than it was for those who actually damage the model whilst out at the flying field. And I think that really says something about how delicate our models are in everyday transport and care compared to how strong they are whilst actually in flight. That's why I've actually decided to come back to my brilliant Reebok wing bags to protect all of my models whilst in transport or whilst getting to and from the flying field. Now, I will admit that I've been away for a little while. I've been trying out quite a few different wing bags over a number of years. However, all of that has just given me the experience to really appreciate how good the Reebok wing bags are and how much above the rest the quality is of what they produce. Now, if you ever had a Reebok wing cover, you'll see exactly what I mean. Everything is made absolutely perfectly. Not to mention all the attention to detail that goes into how strong and how it's made, how it closes, how it zips, how it ties. Now, I'm not going to go on for too long about this because otherwise it's going to sound too much like an advert. It's just a recommendation. Next time you're looking at a wing bag or next time you buy a new model or you have a current favourite model and you really want to look after it, Reebok is going to be the way to go. They make wing covers, elevator covers, fuselage bags, prop covers. They even make radio harnesses. So check out the website, or if you're ever at a show, make sure to go and say hi. They're some of the coolest people in this hobby. They're really energetic and you can tell that they really, really enjoy what it is that they do. And number 3, cleaning the model. Now sure, it isn't fun, but it has to be done. Now, everyone has their own way of doing things. Here are just a few different ideas on how to keep your model clean and how to keep it done in the easiest and fastest way for you. Now, one option is to use cleaning towels. Now, these particular ones are for a kitchen. They have a degreasing agent which works really well. They don't really polish it, but they do get off all of those usual stains from petrol, glow, smoke, everything. They're cheap as peanuts. You can just use them and get rid. Another option is the professional cleaning equipment by companies such as Opti. Now, you know Opti from the batteries that I use, Opti Power and Opti Smoke, Opti Fuel, etc. They also have Opti cleaning products. Now here, what we have is we have Opti Clean, which is actually a degreaser, Opti Shine, which is probably the best thing that I've ever used on a model for getting it both clean and shiny and looking brand new. I mean, this particular one is absolutely amazing. If you try it, you'll love it. It just gets everything clean, everything shiny, and it's as if you've polished the model once you've finished. They then have this little combination which is really for cleaning gears and sort of metal or plastic parts, and then they have the lube as well, which if it's moving parts that need to move, such as gears, maybe on helicopters or so on, well, that gives that flexibility and lubrication that's needed for a nice smooth action. And then you have the other kind of easy polish which you can use, which is actually from cars. So you can use upholstery cleaner, just spray a little bit on, and normally once the plane is already clean, maybe by using these towels, then it will also give you a really good finish, although not quite as good as with the Opti Shine. And that's it for another video of cool tech, tips and tutorials. What do you think? Do you use any of these products for cleaning your model, or do you have your own secret weapon? If you do, make sure to leave it in the comments below, and I can include that along with any other cool ideas such as nachos in future episodes. Anything that gets featured in one of those episodes will also gain you a shout out here on the channel. So get your thinking caps on, get featured, get a call out. Until then, thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. I'm Martin Pickering, and I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to come back every Tuesday for a new episode of cool tech, tips and tutorials, and on Sundays for flying videos and event coverage. Or hit that subscribe button and the bell that's next to it in order to receive a reminder when the next video is uploaded. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.